Hi, I'm Robert Makepeace. I'm a former UNSW co-op scholar in electrical engineering, graduating in 2014. I currently work at Davis Station in Antarctica with the Bureau of Meteorology as a Antarctic weather observer and weather technician, so maintaining all the weather equipment down here for our observations, performing scientific observations of the ozone hole and that sort of thing, and maintaining remote weather stations. So I was lucky enough to be awarded a UNSW Co-op scholarship, and that enabled me to have 4 industry placements throughout my university times. So I was placed with Sydney Water, Downer up in Newcastle, and also Provecta, who are a small control systems company in Sydney. After a 6-month stint with Provecta, they very kindly offered me a graduate job, and I worked with them for 5.5 years all around Australia, doing work on control systems, automation systems for brand new gas power stations in the Pilbara in Western Australia, doing upgrades and performance capability enhancements for Snowy Hydro for their hydroelectric turbines, and also doing a lot of electrical and control system upgrades for Sydney Water's wastewater treatment plants, where I was a project manager and managing a team of engineers to make sure that the projects got delivered on time, on budget, and that the customer was happy with it. A long-time aspiration of mine has to be to come down to Antarctica, and I was lucky enough. I mean, everyone who comes down here is lucky, even if they pay lots of money, and I was lucky enough to be paid to come down here with the Bureau of Meteorology. So I've been applying for a number of years and trying to enhance my skills in that area. So eventually I was given the opportunity. So last year in July I started training. Had about 6 months of training where they teach you all sorts of job-specific things about how to maintain equipment for weather-related observations and how to perform weather observations. So learned a lot about meteorology and how weather systems work. Going to Antarctica, there's also a lot of specific training. So on station here we have 25 of us living, working together in a small community. And apart from your formal work responsibilities, you've also got to look after the community. So you've got to participate in things like the firefighting team, hydroponics, where we grow fresh fruit and vegetables, participating in science measurements, so performing sea ice drilling to measure the thickness of the sea ice. I also help out as the station's environmental officer, making sure that we're compliant to the Antarctic Treaty and that we manage our impact on the environment as much as possible, and the librarian, so keep everyone entertained with books, movies, and that sort of thing when they're not working. So my current day-to-day job looks like I work quite long hours, a few days a week. So looking at the weather observations, launching weather balloons, reading our ground instruments. We also do ozone hole monitoring, where we prepare a ozone sonde to measure how the ozone hole is slowly repairing over time. As the tech, I'm responsible for maintaining equipment, make sure it's all good working order, doing maintenance and fixing things. So for example, we had a big blizzard over the weekend and the wind vane on our anemometer broke off. So yesterday I had to climb up a 10-meter mast and do some emergency maintenance to get that up and running again, install a new weather vane and do some performance checks to make sure that the data was working all good. So I must say this current job has been a massive highlight of mine. It's an amazing opportunity to be down here. The work is pretty exciting and challenging. You're so isolated and remote, and some pretty extreme conditions that you'd not see elsewhere. A lot of equipment and things aren't designed. Humans aren't designed to be down here either. Also, when I'm not working, I get plenty of opportunities to get off station, go exploring in this amazing, beautiful continent, and seeing some really special natural sights and wildlife that not many people get to see. I think anyone studying a career in electrical engineering, it's sort of such a wide field and it gives you such a broad toolkit of skills. You're not locked into a particular branch of engineering once you study in university. It just gives you a mindset of solving problems and skills to be analytical and to create innovative and creative solutions. And that really opens you up for many different careers in engineering, where you can swap between disciplines or broader than engineering. A lot of my friends work in many different fields that I graduated with. So all the best and hope you do well.